Historical Bitcoin volatility is currently at a low only seen 5 times before in Bitcoin history, and while this is happening, only in the short term, Bitcoin is creating a new consolidation phase that is about to be breaking out. And in this exact video, I will talk about the imminent short term on Bitcoin. I will give a brief update on my trade here and many more important charts I will be discussing that are set to be breaking out anytime soon for Bitcoin. So don't forget to slap up that like button on today's update video. Can we smash it back above 500? That will be absolutely incredible. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content. Once looking at the imminent short term for Bitcoin, we do know that Bitcoin has seen a significant bounce towards the upside, and ever since we're right now entering this new consolidation phase right here. Of course, it was weekend, and if we're going to be looking at the CME gap, we can currently see we have not created any CME gap whatsoever, so that is definitely very positive to take from of last weekend. Right now, we could be arguing that Bitcoin is creating a new consolidation phase. We could be looking potentially at a bull flag scenario where Bitcoin is basically creating a downward sloping trend line from the top side and a downward sloping support line, and Bitcoin is bouncing between these levels. And I will be expecting the next move for Bitcoin is going to be happening whether we're either going to be breaking above the top side of resistance or whether we're either going to be breaking below the lower side of support to see potentially a leg down for Bitcoin. But what I think is a better approach here is this potential symmetrical triangle. You can clearly see Bitcoin is creating a lower high structure together with a higher low structure, and that means that currently the Bitcoin price action is consolidating and squeezing in towards an apex. I am expecting Bitcoin is going to be seeing a huge breakout anytime soon as we do start to be breaking out of this pattern right here. Of course, if you are going to be removing the pattern and just purely going to be looking at the consolidation phase we're currently trading in, you can currently see there's a big level of support below us around 26,000 US dollars. Why? Because previously around that level provided support, here it provided resistance, and if we're going to be looking at the top side, we can see that the main resistance target is clearly trading above us around 26.7k, because if you look closely at this red box right here, you can clearly see it got us rejected right here in the past as well. Here it found support, and once we broke below it, we saw a significant dump towards the downside, and here as well it found support. So this is a super important level to be paying attention towards, and I will be taking this level super seriously. And as soon as Bitcoin confirms a break above this level, that will be me giving me a confirmation that Bitcoin is breaking bullish and that probably higher highs are going to get followed. Furthermore, we can see that on the 4 hourly time frame, there's still a gigantic downtrend that we need to be breaking. So I will be still very patient, but as soon as Bitcoin breaks above this downtrend, it's going to be super bullish for Bitcoin, and probably from off that point onwards, we're going to see a bigger continuation towards the upside. And as long as Bitcoin is not breaking above this downtrend right here, I will be not expecting we're going to see any bullish momentum or whatsoever, but as soon as we do break outside of it, I'm expecting more bullish momentum is going to get followed. You can see also on the falling wedge pattern here on the 12-hour time frame, where Bitcoin of course every single time got supported from on the lower side. You can see that Bitcoin basically bounced from off this level for more than 5 times in a row already, and the downward sloping resistance line was also providing significant resistance for also an approximately 3 to 4 times in a row here. So the resistance got broken, Bitcoin breaks bullish, and right now if I'm going to be looking at the price target of this falling wedge right here, it's going to be a little bit higher than we're currently trading at, because the price target for this pattern right here is somewhere around 28,000 US dollars. So yeah, there's still some more bullish momentum to go for Bitcoin, and basically if I'm looking at this pattern and this structure, it does make a lot of sense to see an even bigger relief for Bitcoin. Be aware, and I still will be saying this, I mean right now in fact Bitcoin is still trading in a downtrend, and also if you all remove all the drawings, you can clearly see Bitcoin is creating lower highs, and what we need to see here is a break of this trend here. And as soon as Bitcoin breaks the trend, so this downward sloping trend line, that is the point where I could really start to see a potential reversal, and that is the point where we could start to see a potential uptrend getting created, because yes, for the past 90 days here, basically this entire downtrend here, Bitcoin has been trading in a bearish trend here. It will only shift around here as soon as Bitcoin does break the downtrend. Giving an update on my trade, currently still in more than 9,000 US dollars in profit, and I'm currently in a long position worth 226,000 US dollars. Looking to still add more margin, but only if the price goes down here. So if I do add more margin, I will let you know straight away here. And if you're interested in swing trading, don't forget to check out the links in the description, because if you sign up an account using the link in the description, you can right now claim some insane deposit bonuses, and you can actually trade without any fees on BitGet for only the first 2 weeks here. So if you're interested in opening up a swing trade, it's definitely worth to sign up an account using the link in the description, because if you sign up without the link in the description, you don't get the deposit bonus and you don't get the extra benefits. So it's definitely a win-win scenario. Furthermore, looking at the price action of Bitcoin, Bitcoin, we can see that Bitcoin is still creating the bull flag. And basically, like I've been saying for quite a while here, I am expecting there's going to be a bigger breakout happening this week. And why am I saying so? Is because if I am looking at Bitcoin here, you can see that Bitcoin is coming very closely towards the upward sloping support line and the end of this potential falling wedge pattern. And to be exact, we are expecting to reach the apex in approximately 7 to 8 days here. So yes, Bitcoin could still trade in this pattern for the coming week here, but probably at the beginning of next week, we are for sure going to be experiencing a breakout of this pattern, and it could already be happening this week as well. But like we do know from these consolidation patterns, they usually tend to be breaking out before reaching the apex, and that's why I'm expecting within 8 days, we're probably going to see a big breakout of this pattern, and of course, that will be considered extremely bullish. We are currently seeing as well this upward sloping support line for Bitcoin, and basically every single time we retested it, we bounced from it. So if we will see another retest around 25.5k, I won't be surprised to see another big bounce from off this level here. Of course, there's also a big support range trading below us here, trading around $25,000 to $24,000, and I'm expecting to see a major bounce from off this region. So let's see where Bitcoin is going to be heading towards, but as soon as it comes back in towards this region right here, I'm going to once again add more margin towards my trades here. Looking further on towards the price action of Bitcoin, we can currently see here is that Bitcoin is actually right now in a bullish trend here. And why is because you can clearly see the moving average right here. In the moving average right here, while we got rejected, we basically moved down for a very long period of time, and Bitcoin basically found the bottom, and as soon as it broke above the trend line here, you can see it found, I flipped it into support, and after that we've only set higher highs. What I will say here is that sometimes you just have to zoom out here to see the bigger trend here. Of course, the entire year of 2022 was a bearish trend here, and yeah, there were some small reliefs towards the upside, but in general it was a bearish trend here. And so far 2023 has been a bullish year here with some minor downtrends, and in these downtrends you should be taking the opportunity. And I mean, and maybe the trend is going to reverse and turn out to be bearish again, but as long as the trend looks to be bullish, you should be approaching it like a bullish trend here, and you should treat it as well as a bullish trend. So Bitcoin is currently still in a bullish trend, and let's see if it's going to continue or whether we're going to flip around here, because that is going to be super important to be paying attention towards. But another thing that is super important right now to be looking at is the historical volatility for Bitcoin, because the historical volatility for Bitcoin right now is literally at a lowest point only seen 5 times before in the entire history of Bitcoin. You can see currently that the Bollinger Bands is extremely squeezed up here. You can see here on the lower line the Bollinger Bands whiffed here, what is indicating how narrow the Bollinger Bands actually is here. It is literally at these levels not seen since such a significant long time. Of course, we've seen Bitcoin volatility be so low here at the end of 2022, but after that we've never seen it being so low again. And that is why you should be paying attention towards this chart right now here. Bitcoin volatility is low, and always, once the volatility is low, it always spikes up here, at least towards that halfway region here, what we had last time around here in the beginning of 2023, right? So yeah, this is just the thing I wanted to say, and you really need to be paying attention towards right now. Of course, Bitcoin is still creating the cup and handle pattern. There's nothing much to say about it, but we're still consolidating in this consolidation range. And on the weekly time frame, Bitcoin is creating that beautiful falling wedge pattern, retesting the inverse hand and shoulders, and basically bouncing from off the neckline. So things are really shaping up here. Things are looking good. I think Bitcoin has never been looking more beautiful than today here. And basically this entire past few weeks here, Bitcoin is creating and moving up in that consolidation phase beautifully. And it is just giving us a huge opportunity. For me, it's very clear because I've been trading the market so many times before. And of course, maybe something weird happens. Maybe there's going to be a company or an exchange that falls over. If that happens, Bitcoin is probably going to dump here. But if there are no crazy outside catalysts, Bitcoin is probably going to be experiencing an extremely big breakout from off this level, and at least pushes back up to 31,000 US dollars. What is going to be an approximately move towards the upside of and about, let me say this correctly, 18% here. I'm predicting an 18% move right here, and I think it's going to be happening within 2 weeks. So get ready for this here. That is the reason, the exact reason why I am currently trading Bitcoin. I have been opening up a long position on Bitcoin. I've been bearish on Bitcoin on 31k, and I've been turning bullish on Bitcoin ever since we hit the lows around $25,000. So that is exactly what I need to say here. That was it for me on today's update video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.